to him in the first place, almost 3 years ago. Squeezing her eyes closed, she sighed. If only they could move past the fact that she wasn't going to jump into bed with him until they were married, maybe they could happily move forward. He just seemed so preoccupied with sex. It was making her more and more uncomfortable, to the point where she was pulling back a little. And that was causing arguments. Heated ones that left her feeling empty and upset. Just thinking about it all now, about how his insistence on taking her virginity made her feel so pressured, the sheer emotional weight of it threatened to pop her happy bubble. If only Angus could be a little kinder, a little more considerate and a lot more selfless like his twin brother Connor was. Like her father was. Then he'd come very close to being the whole package. A girl couldn't have everything, though. Could she? There'd always be something to cause waves and rifts when it came to a relationship. It was how two people dealt with such instances that made all the difference. Or at least that's what her wonderful mum had taught her. She rolled her eyes at her ability to overthink everything lately. Becoming a responsible adult was already exhausting. She didn't want to get trapped in that same old oppressive train of thought. Not tonight. So, rising to her feet, she took a moment to adjust to the slightly spinning earth before walking back towards her lifelong friends. Gum Tree Gully High's graduation after-party had been a party to end all parties. The one they'd all been waiting for, talking about since mid-year, planning for since August, and she wanted to immerse herself back into the electric energy of it. Long-neck bottles of beer had been clinked together countless times. The tower of empty rum and cola cans was growing. Their mobile phones had captured all the memorable moments so far. There had been many, and there'd be more to come, she was sure of it. Ruckus laughter echoing across the paddock caught her attention, as did the distant low of cattle and whinny of horses. Nearing where Connor, Shay and Jack were dancing their booties off, she chuckled as a bunch of larrikins raced past her, all 5 of them stark naked, their hands covering their dangly bits and the silvery moonlight igniting their lily-white butts. Man, how she wished she could stay within this night forever. Smiling to herself, she moseyed on, a little unsteady on her feet, but upwards and onwards all the same. Cheery faces shimmered and disappeared in the glow of the bonfires dotted around the paddock, and the base of the subwoofers perched on the tray of Connor's Land Cruiser sent Garth Brooks' Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up, echoing through the cool night air and rhythmic vibrations through the ground beneath her bare feet. Where her boots had ended up, she had no idea. Most likely in the same place as her hat. Pfft. She'd find everything in the morning when she crawled from her swag to make her way home. That was if she ever got to sleep in the first place. The song changed to the unmistakable voice of an Aussie legend. Skipping in beside her greatest friend in the whole wide world, Shay Davis, Samantha sang the lyrics to Rising Sun by Cold Chisel at the top of her lungs. Grinning, Shay tossed an arm over her shoulder, while her other remained wrapped around her date, Jack Farley. The tall, lanky, red-headed larrikin couldn't stop smiling like a lovesick fool. Falling in love suited him, and Shay. After almost a year of flirting with each other, the pair had finally acknowledged they liked one another. Samantha couldn't be happier for them. She loved all there was to do with falling and being in love as much as she loved living in the country. Spinning in dizzying circles, her hands clasped tightly in the reassuring grip of a guy that could possibly, one day in the future, become her brother-in-law, she tipped her head to the vast star-studded sky and squealed with delight as east, west, north and south became a kaleidoscope of sparkling colours. Connor chuckled beside her, his wholehearted laughter infectious. Never had she felt so alive, so free and so happy. This was what life was all about, living in the moment, being herself, spending time with those she loved. The simple things. That's what mattered most. Lost in her blissful bubble with her dearest of friends, she was stopped dead in her tracks by a firm hand to her arm. "What in the hell are you doing, Samantha?"